What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. I was not looking forward to recording this, but now that I'm here, I'm looking at myself in the camera. I'm in my comfy clothes. I'm talking to my favorite girls and guys. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm arrived. So excited to be back. It's only been like 2 weeks since I've recorded, but it's only been one episode, right? But it feels like so much longer because I didn't have to record because I early recorded with Vanessa and Xander. So if you guys have not listened to last week's episode, please, please, please go give it a listen. It was all about just like sex, initiation, husband-wife stuff, partner stuff, turning your partner down for sex, initiating it. Like, it was such a good episode. And I think that it was really important for a lot of us to hear, and a lot of points where we could all kind of, vibe with it and feel the same way. So Vanessa and Xander, thank you again for coming on to the podcast. But you know what? I'm going to be pretty real with you guys. Like, this is my podcast, I've come to realize I truly just am a solo podcaster. You know what I mean? Like, other people have their strengths for a reason. And I do think that if I had someone in person that just like joined the show, like when Wyatt joins the show, right? And we do Brunch with DESB, but I just have a co-host, right? That's different than like interviewing. I am not the person to like interview. Like, I like to just talk. I like to talk shit. I like to gossip. Like, Vanessa and Xander, like, come back and like, let's talk about celebrity pop culture. You know what I mean? Like, that's my vibe. So anyways, this is my podcast. You know what I mean? It's called Brunch with DESB for a reason. Like, it's about me. It's about me. It's about you. It's about us. It's not about anyone else except when Wyatt joins us sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So very exciting past couple weeks. I was able to go on vacation. You guys already know by now, but I did go to Florida, and it was really nice because I got a week away from Wyatt while being able to stay at his dad's house. Slay. They went on a father-son trip, and so we were able to stay at my father-in-law's house. All 10 of us went. Let me tell you the stress of the airport, checking all of our shit. I had to drive at one point a 14-passenger van, move over Mrs. Duggar because Mrs. Pfeiffer is here. I'm whipping that bitch on the highway. I parked that bitch. I wellly parked. I reversed. Like, I was low-key killing it, okay? But the stress of getting there and back, I'm going to be honest, it was just way too much. I was like, we're not tripping together again. You know what I mean? Like, we're all sick of each other. I don't know if you guys have the same way when you like go on vacation with your family. Like, I actually didn't come back like super annoyed. Like, I could have definitely continued to vacation with my family. Like, it was great. But there is a part of you where you're like, Mom, I've been around you too long this week. We need our space. Okay, this is why I moved out in the first place. We butt heads. You go take a little TO, I take a TO, we'll come back in 10. You know what I mean? So it was a really fun time, though. Honestly, I've really come to this realization that, hold on, I need to sip before we really talk about this. For those of you not watching, I'm actually pounding a Four Loko. No, I'm just kidding. It's just an Alani Nu cherry slush. Duh. I've come to the realization for many years, but I feel like I've just hidden it very deep in my soul, that I, in fact, am on the spectrum of being a Disney adult. Thank you. Thank you. I know it had to be acknowledged. And I'm going to stand strong in it because here's the thing. And I'm still gonna make fun of some of you bitches because you will never see me wearing ears. All right, I took a picture in one to like make a fucking joke, bitch. You will not see me gallivanting down Magic Lane or whatever the hell the street is called leading to the castle. You will not see me having ears on. Okay, you will see me riding rides. You will see me buying merch. I mean, for God's sake, I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse fucking sweatpants right now because they're comfy and their merch is lit. But you will not see me wearing ears. You will not see me say I was not married. You will not see me throwing a bachelorette party at Disney. You will not see me at Disney for a honeymoon. You will not see me at Disney for a couple's retreat. You will not see me running a Disney 5K or dressing up as a princess. Okay, you won't see that shit. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm on the highest tier of Disney doll. I still think there's people out there crazier than me. But And I'm always just fucking with you guys. I will stand firm in the fact that I was wrong. And you guys can shit talk me for that. I will allow you today for 24 hours. You are more than welcome to come into my DMs and just talk some shit. I fucking knew it. You're a dumb bitch. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because listen, I'm punching myself. Because I feel like I haven't been able to live in my truth for years. I've had to hide. I've had to pretend. I've had to put up a facade that every time I passed a Disney store or saw a Disney phone case that I didn't want it, I had to fake it. I had to pretend. I had to push it down in the depths of my fucking soul that I didn't relate with it. When in reality, I am in fact it. I'm just on a lesser level. All right. So again, I'm always saying this out of jokes. You guys know I don't care. If anything, I think it's very admirable when people are so deep in the Disney culture. And here's why. When you can live in that childhood, happy spirit, even into adulthood, good for you. All right. Trauma hasn't gotten a hold of you. Life hasn't gotten a hold of you. You're a free spirit. You're proud. And whenever you step into those pearly gates of Disney or you cross the fucking boat on that ferry and you get horny over it, it's because your childhood personality comes out and you thrive in that. And you know what? I can admire that because it takes a real person to dive deep and still play into their childhood desires. And I love that. So just jokes, but also very honest. Like you will see me representing Disney more often. Like I've had to hide it. You know, I've had to hide it and I'm sick of hiding. So send me all the Disney motherfucking merch. I want to have a code for the Disney website. I want Disney to sponsor this podcast. Can you imagine that? Brunch with DESB presented by Walt Disney. Like, no, they would never. However, I am here and I'm arrived and I feel like you guys deserve to know that because if you're a loyal listener, you also know I talk a bunch of shit about you guys and I still will. So bear with me. If you don't like my humor, go somewhere else. All right. So other than that, Florida trip was great. It was so fun. I mean, honestly, seeing the kids light up, we actually went and met Mickey Mouse, which, you know, not to like, here's my Disney adult coming up, not to be like weird, but I've only like, I don't think I've ever met Mickey, to be honest. Like I remember back in like my sophomore year, we went for a trip, spring break, me, my dad, and Michaela. And I think I met like Donald Duck, maybe. I might have met Mickey. I don't remember, but I don't think I've ever actually met Mickey Mouse. The lines to meet Mickey Mouse are usually like 90 fucking minutes. Like, I'm sorry, girl. I'm never, again, here's where I differentiate from a lot of you guys. I would never sit in line for 90 minutes to meet Mickey Mouse. Okay. But right when we got in the park, which also is Halloween theme right now, which I've never been to like the not so spooky Halloween type shit. So it was really cute. There were like pumpkins everywhere. The Halloween merch was so cute. I copped some, don't worry. But when we got in there, the wait for Mickey Mouse was literally 10 minutes. I was like, okay, well, like we have to for the kids. Wink, wink, me. So we got in there like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. The child in me came out where like I was low-key excited to meet Mickey, like mostly because my deranged mind went into the idea of like, who is this person under the costume? How tall are they? Because they were pretty short. Was it a boy? Was it a girl? Who are they? What do they do? Why did they get into the costume? What do they do for a living? And then I thought of the fact when we were smiling, like with Mickey, you know, we're like, cheese, you know, the kids are playing, whatever. Do you smile underneath the costume? I feel like naturally I would, but I could also see this person being like, fuck my job today and just having a mugshot face, but you would never know because Mickey's always smiling, right? So anyways, it was a fun time seeing the kids light up and meet Mickey Mouse. Like Maddox was crying at first. He was not about it. And then Mickey, again, like to be the character, whoever the person is that plays Mickey, like you have to know how to warm up to kids, right? And know that you might be intimidating. So whoever played the Mickey was just like really kind and, you know, knew how to obviously work kids who might be scared. And before you know it, Maddox was just like in an awe of like Mickey House. That's what he calls him. I'll be like, say Mickey, Mickey, say Mouse, Mouse, say Mickey Mouse, Mickey House. I do not know why it's so confusing for him, but it's so cute. So he was just gazing in awe. And at some point, like Mickey was, you know, giving hugs goodbye and he gave him a hug. We got a picture. It was so cute. Like, it was so cute. It was one of those moments as a mom where you're just like, those are like, that's my boy. You know what I mean? Like, that's my boy. That's my boy with Mickey. What's up? You know, whatever. It was so cute. So other than that, I'm not going to bore you guys with my trip. It was a beautiful week off. But I definitely missed you guys. Like I was like, I have so much to talk about. I probably talked my mom and my sister's ear off. Like, I've always been the girl that was always in trouble in school for talking too much. My mom, I vividly have a core memory of talking so much in the car. She turned around and said, Desiree, can you just stop talking for like 1 minute? Core memory, right? Trauma. So anyways, it was so fun, and we'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, we'll be back, Florida. Stay tuned. Other thing we have like a few different news events before we get into the meat and the potatoes of the episode, but God willing, praise be, The Idol is canceled. If you guys remember probably a couple months ago, we talked about the show called The Idol. This is available to stream on Hulu. Correct me if I'm wrong. I watched maybe 2 episodes, and it was immediately too much like pussy, vagina, weird. The Weeknd, weird as fuck. Like, music career ruined for me. I will not listen to Weeknd it's the same again, like, period. But it was canceled, will not be returning. Which is like kind of sad, because at the end of the day, whenever something's canceled, there are still people that were behind it, creating it, that really believed in it. So that's always kind of sad. Like, when you hear your show is canceled, I can only imagine, like, that's kind of disheartening. And you're like, oh, I really thought I made something good. No, you didn't. So anyways, that's the new news. Hailey Bieber's Strawberry Glaze came out. This is her lip peptide product. I thought about this long and hard, because I was like, what an unproblematic skin line to create. Like, so unproblematic. You have a milk glaze, all beautiful ingredients for any skin type. You have a peptide serum, beautiful for any person. You have a barrier restore cream. Like, all of her products have 0 issues right now. Like, there's nothing you can fuck up, so to speak. How unproblematic. And then for her top seller to be a fucking lip gloss, virtually, marketing genius. All right. She's literally just putting peptides in lip gloss. Like, we've seen this happen time and time again, but because it's Hailey Bieber, it's just better. Bieber is better. Okay. Say it with me. Bieber is better. Bieber is better. Period. So other than that, unproblematic. She actually had this like strawberry glaze event. She had it at a Krispy Kreme in downtown motherfucking New York City. And again, I wasn't invited. Not that I was expecting it, but there were other people that were invited that I was just jealous of in general. They got to meet her, take pictures with her, do TikToks with her. Like, I know they say don't meet your idols, but like, I want to meet her. I do. I really do. Like, I don't fangirl over people often, but I want to meet Hailey Bieber very badly. I really do. And I'm manifesting somehow, some way. There's actually a girl who I'm pretty close with on social media. Like, you know, I like her stuff. She likes mine. We actually ended up meeting coincidentally in LA. We were both in the same time. I saw her at Tom. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, whatever. Anyway, she got to go. And I was like, I'm so jealous. But she looked stunning. They both look stunning. Then people were poking fun at Justin Bieber because they always say, Hailey and him, you like to kind of play this game of where are they going? Because Justin Bieber has never dressed for the event. Now, here's the thing. Bieber has gone through a very fashionable revolution in the past couple years, right? He went through this terrible battle with like a disease. Was it Lyme's disease? It was something, I'm not off the top of my head, but he went through this really terrible battle, right? And plus coming up so quick to fame, all of these things, he don't give a fuck anymore. All right. He wants to be in his baggy fucking sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And guess what? Hailey Bieber is probably one of the most fashionable icons in celebrity culture right now. There are days where she will do the same vibe, right? Sweatpants, crop top, loafers, whatever. But oftentimes if she's going to her event, she's going to dress up. She wants to feel sexy. She wants to feel cute, beautiful, whatever. If my husband wants to come to my event and we're both rolling in money and he wants to show up in his sweatpants, I don't give a fuck. All right. There is no reputation to be maintained at that point. You're Justin Bieber. You can do whatever you want. No one's bitching at Adam Sandler, right? We're good. Like, stop poking fun. It's just so annoying. I'm like, they can literally wear whatever the fuck they want. Shut up. Next up, I thought about this because I saw some news. Taylor Swift, she was at this wedding, right? This a couple weeks ago, but she's just like everywhere right now. And now she's over in Mexico City with our arch nemesis, Sabrina Carpenter. Just kidding. I guess she's doing pretty well. But she is doing well. And I was like, man, I can't wait to watch the Eras Tour on Hulu because I've had such withdrawals from the Eras Tour. I've been watching YouTube videos of the Eras Tour. I'm like, am I well? No. You know what I mean? Like, I love watching. I literally, this is so weird. I just love watching the show. Like, I love watching the shows again. Like, I'll look up like Cruel Summer Eras Tour, you know, and I'll watch that performance and I'll type in like, you know, whatever it may be, Fearless, Eras Tour, you know, and I just will watch these like music videos, but they're of her performing a tour. Half of them are taken on like shitty iPhones, right? But I'm like, I don't care. I want to be there. So anyways, it made me so excited that I really hope that they're going to bring the Eras Tour to like Hulu or Netflix or something, because I would quite literally bask in watching that again. And I would love to see more of an up close of like her outfits and just like her hair and her performance. Although I was close, it's like you still want to like be closer. You know what I mean? So then that got me thinking, the minute Justin Bieber drops his fucking Eras Tour, can you imagine My World 2.0, like fucking Justice, all of these in one concert? I'm literally throwing down whatever money. I will sell my house. I will sell my cars. I will sell my literal children to go see Justin Bieber perform, you know, a couple songs from every fucking album he's ever done. I would literally throw up. Funny story for you guys. When I went to Justin Bieber in Detroit, this is in 2000 and what would have been 13? I think it was My World 2. No, it wasn't My World 2.0. It was, what album was it? But anyways, I went to his concert, right? I was on the railing. So like there's like metal railing, right? Where like the tour buses were going through. We're all kind of waiting there, hoping that we see Justin's, you know, shit, right? Whatever. So we're all sitting there. People freaked out thinking they saw him over here, right? I'm on the railing. They start like funneling through, right? They push the railing down to where I'm being what's the word? Why am I stampeded, trampled? Why did I say trampled? I think I was saying stampede and trampled. I was being trampled over this barrier, right? Like they were stepping on me. Bitches were stepping on me because they thought they saw Justin Bieber's tour bus. They flooded the gates, literally pushed the gate down, started running, whatever. I'm on the ground, right? So then I got interviewed for the news. And again, this is like 2013 in Detroit. And they're like, can you just explain to us like how you felt, you know, being stampeded by these Biebers, you know, Bieber fever. And I, core memory again, and for anyone who ever saw it on the news, I was like, my hands were on the ground, sir. My hands were on the ground. And every time I bring up that story, why it always relates it to the Monsters, Inc., where Boo's in the restaurant and they're like, he picked me up with his mind powers and shook me like a dog. Like he's like, you remind me of that person, like hands on the ground, sir. My hands are on the ground. So I was stampeded and trampled over at a Justin Bieber concert. Speaking of Justin Bieber, little update here. We did have Scooter Braun being dropped like a fly from all of his big artists. Demi Lovato dropped him, Idina Menzel, whatever the fuck her name is. The girl that plays Elsa, Idina Menzel. I never know her name. It's so unique. She dropped him. Ariana Grande dropped him. All these people, supposedly Justin Bieber might be dropping him, whatever. So I'm like, what is going on? From what I've read and looked into, Scooter Braun is stepping into a bigger role. So managing his clients is looking different. So I don't think it's necessarily that he fucked them over like he did Taylor Swift, but people are making it out to seem that way because it seems like Taylor is kind of having her Taylor effect, so to speak, where the downfall of all these people are occurring. Is that true? I don't fucking know, but it's fun to think about. So let's entertain it. Next up, we have a lot of people also re-recording their own music, which leads me to wonder if Scooter Braun really did fuck them over, because we have seen Demi Lovato start re-recording all of her songs in more of like a rock ballad. And we've also seen Ariana Grande recently re-release some of her old music. Not necessarily on like CDs and shit yet, but like they're hinting at it, they're doing it, they're putting out videos, etc. So I'm like, okay, did Scooter Braun make them sign an ironclad NDA to where like they were fucked over the same way Taylor Swift was, but he doesn't want that public, so he paid them off something, you know, whatever. Anyways, money can do weird things, okay? So I'm just curious. I feel like Taylor Swift really started this revolution. Now her situation was very different and really fucked up, but re-recording albums and re-releasing music and making money off the same shit you've already done, but like redoing it, genius. So I feel like a lot of people are following suit with maybe being like inspired by her and wanting to do like that same thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. But we did see a new release come from Miley Cyrus, which I was ready for new music. You know, she has gone through a lot of errors. I mean, trust me, I've been with her through the thick and the motherfucking thin. You guys talk shit about her. I didn't care. I was still a ride or die Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana forever. So when I went to the Bangers tour, I was in that era. Wrecking Ball, 23, Do My Thing. That I almost loved the Bangers album more than any other album because I was like, this is like my vibe. A little bit of EDM, a little bit of like rappy, badass, you know, whatever. So she released this new album. She has a lot of really beautiful like stories going with it on specifically on her TikTok. She's putting them on her Instagram too, but just kind of like chatting about the nature of the song or looking back on old moments and recapping her childhood, her youth, the time of her youth, etc. Really interesting, really eye-opening, and I've really been loving it. So last story I did want to touch on was I saw a random photo recently of Pete Davidson supposedly like dabbling in a ton of ketamine, which is like a pretty hard drug to my knowledge. And so then I saw Pete Davidson in one article, and then right below it was Kanye's wife, Bianca. She looks exactly like not just a Kardashian, and I know we've already established this. She literally looks like Pete Davidson. Like, it's so fucking weird. I saw them literally article by article, and I was like, no, because like that's the same person. It's not. But very weird. Like, first off, where is Kanye? What is he doing? This is the first time forever he's been fucking quiet. But people are still like, doing paparazzi of him and stuff. So he's still obviously alive and well. And so is his wife, which is so weird that they're like together. But they just really look alike. And I need someone else to see that like I do. So take a gander. A little bit of an update. We do have a membership update for DBFT coming soon. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I'll talk about it a little bit more, maybe next episode or so, but just want to let you know we are making some changes to the membership, which I think are going to be really, really valuable for a lot of us. At the end of the day, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing 90% of the time, and I work very fast. If I have a passion and I see it happen, I'm going to work for it right away. When in reality, like there were a few things of the membership that I wish I would have just like done better for you guys. So with this, I'm definitely going to course correct. We're going to take the L. I wouldn't even call it an L. We've still had plenty of W's. Like the membership is badass. It's worked really fucking well. People love it. But I want to be better for you guys. We as DBFT, we coaches want to be better for you guys. So we're going to dive into that. But just know, for reference, the next thing coming up, 4 weeks for gains. 48 hours, $48. It's our best mini challenge ever. We have a 4-week mini challenge. It goes right from Black Friday, Thanksgiving. We start all the way through Christmas. It's like the perfect chef's kiss amount of time, and it's cheap. You get to keep the program. Like I said, it's 48 hours, $48 only. We do the program together. It's a mini challenge. There's giveaways. There's mini habits every week. It's just like a challenge, but just shrunk down. Really perfect. And then we have 6 weeks to slay, which of course is our New Year challenge. It always pops the fuck off. And I will tell you in advance, challenges will go back to what they were. So just for reference, $117 uncoached, $307 coached. Just like we've done it for literally 5 fucking years, we're going back to our bread and butter. Okay. So just a little bit of like a little bit of eyesight into the near future. If we want to call it That's So Raven, a little peep in the future. Next up, we've had new Petula last week, which I'm actually wearing my sweatshirt right now. I'm wearing like the ribbed tank underneath the diamond sports bra, and I was wearing my leggings. I went and worked out earlier. Absolutely love Petula lately. Like, dude, I know I've said it a lot of times, and like, I will stand by it. They are just crushing for me right now. Like, it's so evident their innovation, their passion, and their excitement for what they do. Like, I love it. I love it so much. I'm so proud to be a part of Petula. Just, they kill. They really do. They've just been killing it. I would say for the past year, I've really liked every collection they've come out with. Like, so fucking good. Next up, we have, which by the way, if you haven't yet got tent sale tickets, go buy a tent sale ticket. Use code DESB, save money. I want to meet you guys. I'm going to be there. I'm so excited. It's September 16th. You buy a ticket for $25. It goes towards what you buy there. A variety of like stuff on sale, like sample stuff that never got released. It's a really good deal. So you deserve to go. Okay. Come and meet me. Next up, Paragon. We had Paragon released last week. I'll be honest, hated it. I really did. I have not much more to say. You guys, I don't fuck around. You know what I mean? Like when I'm excited about a collection, it's obvious. You know what I mean? Like I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not going to be one to like falsely hype up a collection. If I'm not wearing it, if I'm not doing it often, it's not me. This last collection, that like the camo print, even just like the colors, it was just like, again, it just felt really repetitive. Maybe it was just me. I see a lot of activewear, right? So for me, I was just like, whatever. But also, I know what's coming and I'm like, yeah, this isn't shit compared to what's on the way. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it at that. I have a huge month coming up. Let me just tell you that. Shh. Okay. Next up, Buff Bunny. We do have some stuff launching, some like mini launches, pump shorts coming in different colors, whatever mini launches. I don't know when the next real launch for Buff Bunny is. Probably, I would assume it's going to be probably October. It will be kind of their Halloween spooky launch. And that campaign's usually interesting, but if you guys remember last year's Halloween collection, that was a fucking dumpster fire. And if you don't remember, don't remember. You know what I mean? Like, don't even try, because it was fucking weird. We had like weird, like reptile prints. We had those weird Argyle pants. They look like fucking checkered floors. It was pretty tragic. I'm not going to lie. Like, there were a few pieces that were like fire. You know, it was tough though. It was tough last year. I remember being like, this is interesting, you know. Always applaud Buff Bunny for their innovation. That is one thing. And again, I cannot take that away from them. They're always trying new things, making new things, very innovative, and I love it. But bro, last Halloween I did not fuck with that, okay? So as always, code DESB. One thing I did want to bring up too with our little like skin corner. Number one, Tula's pumpkin scrub is back. Oh my God, this is my favorite shit. It's from Shawn Johnson. It's her collaboration. She did it last year. And I even think the year before, I believe it's been, maybe this is the third year it's been released. Pumpkin sugar scrub. Oh my God, it's so good for your skin. Exfoliate, you know, 2-3 times a week. You can do it pre-cleanser or after cleanser. It just leaves your face like baby silky smooth. And the pumpkin mask, or like scrub, literally smells like pumpkin spice. Like, it's so good. I could fucking eat it for real. And when it does kind of get in your lips, it is sugary. Like, it's literal sugar. It's so nice. So code DESB for that. U Beauty also came out with new lip compound in different like end of summer colors, which I really like. This color is Bellini, really pretty on. I put it on before we started, but it might have worn off a little bit. The science behind this product is innovative and badass. You guys look it up on U Beauty, look up the lip compound. Over a 30-day period, people's lips literally get plumper. Like, this has shit in it that is going to plump your lips, including like hyaluronic acid and other really great peptides. So check it out if you want. U Beauty, code DESB actually saves you 25% off. I do still love my U Beauty products, but I mentioned to you guys 2 episodes ago now, or 3. And where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along. Gave you a little health update of my skin. By the way, skin is fucking glowing. Skin is clear. We're good. Oh my God, guys. I had the worst fucking breakout. Like, I will show you photos. Go to my sunscreen and sarcasm account. I will show photos. Okay. My skin went through crazy havoc. So important to be so aware of what supplements you're taking. Okay. So I did reintroduce my Alani Nutrition energy drinks. I did it very nice and very slow. But I think the biggest thing that maybe made me break out was my probiotic. I took one off of Amazon because Alani discontinued theirs. And I looked up the reviews and people literally said cystic acne from hell, etc. So I immediately cut that out. The other thing I did cut out was my Alani Nutrition greens in the new flavor. So the iced peach tea, I took it out. I don't know if that was the verdict. I've used my original Alani greens and I've had no issues. So I will probably reintroduce the peach iced tea here soon by itself to be like, is this the issue? You know what I mean? But those were the only 2 things that I really changed in my routine, was the multivitamin, the probiotic, and my greens. And at that point, like I told you guys, I was taking in so much B12 and stuff like that that's linked to cystic acne, etc. So there's just a little bit of an update. Obviously, if you guys do shop Alani, I'm not against their products. Like, let me make that very clear. It's just so important to know how much of what you are just putting in your body, like, period. You know what I mean? At that point, I got so used to not reading stuff because I've been breastfeeding, et cetera, for so long. I just started taking my stuff again, you know, whatever. And I just did too much. That's what I think it came down to. So I'm going to monitor it and keep you guys updated, but we're in the clear, quite literally, feeling good. Also, I got my hair done, if you didn't notice by now. Okay, next up, let's move into watches. I wanted to run through a few of these with you guys. I did watch a little bit of Vanderpump Rules. It's just as bad. Like, I don't know. Do I need to just skip forward to like season 10, season 9? Like, I'm in season 4 or 5 right now. I'm in season 5. And it just feels so annoying. Like, I don't know if I can watch every episode by episode. You know what I mean? I just got to the point where James called Katie fat, which was like just so funny. It was terrible, but it was funny. They had World Dog Day. Lala and James are like best friends. Everyone else kind of hates them. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, there's not much happening. Oh, Jax said that Brittany and Kristen like hooked up. Like, he walked in on them going down on each other. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. It just seems like so repetitive right now. And I'm like, I just want to know the current drama. Should I just fast forward? Let me know. I did watch the George Foreman movie. If you guys have not watched that, it's so good. It's actually on Netflix. I watched it on the flight, but it's on Netflix. Really good movie, George Foreman. I thought this was always just like a sausage griddle, but he was actually like a professional boxer and shit. Like, it was badass. Like, it was really, really good. I also watched the Untold. So I told you guys about this series a few weeks ago with Jake Paul. Untold series. There's a new one called The Swamp Kings. And there's another one called the Johnny, was it Johnny Manziel? I think it was Johnny Manziel. All about them. 2 really great episodes. Again, if you guys are kind of into sports documentaries like I am, so good. Next, I watched the new Thor movie. Absolutely badass. Okay, Hemsworth boys, mwah. I don't know what their mommy did, but they did it right. Okay, and then Natalie Portman, so cute. The movie was so good. I love Marvel movies, but oftentimes it's hard for me to like get in the mood for them. Like, I'm not one that sits down and I'm like, ooh, I want to watch the new Avengers. Like, it's kind of got to be thrown at me, you know? And then once I sit down and watch it, I'm like, fuck, I love that movie. So it's just hard for me to like have it be an initial choice, right? But my brother-in-law, Joey, my brother, Ty, we were in Florida together, obviously, and we're like, let's just watch this. So it was very good. Highly recommend. I also watched on Disney Plus, This Is Groot. So literally Groot off of Guardians in the Galaxy, right? They're like 6 little mini episodes. They're like 5 minutes a piece. It was so cute. Like, it was so fun. I watched it completely high. I just want to make that very clear, but it was even better. And then me and Maddox rewatched it another day, and he really liked it too. So it was very good, super cute. I always think Groot is like really cute. Like, he's just like a little plant. Like, I don't know, like what is he? But he's so cute. So that was really adorable. Next, I did watch also. This is kind of crazy. This is kind of in the left field, but we watched this with Maddox the other night. We're like in our movie era where like he comes and cuddles and we watch movies. We don't do a ton of screen time during the day. Like, we just naturally don't. We're kind of playing. He's running around, whatever. But at night, we really like to wind down with a movie, which might seem like fucked up because you're like, how's your kid going to go to sleep if you put on a movie before bed? But it actually works really well. And he likes it. Also, guess what? Parent your own kid, okay? Fuck off. We watched Lilo and Stitch together. Oddly enough, I've never watched Lilo and Stitch. Isn't that weird? I feel like it's a really well-known movie, and I've never watched it. So we finally sat down and watched it. It was so good. Like, it was literally so good. Also, Disney kind of, you know, built those figures a little different. Like, these girls were thick. They were slim thick. They had tiny waist, big butt, big legs. Like, I was like, I want to be Nani. You know what I mean? Like, she's hot. So it was really fun. It was a cute movie. And I never, you know, this sounds so stupid. I didn't know, like, Stitch was naughty. Like, I didn't know that he was like I didn't know he was crazy, you know? And I also didn't know that Lilo was like a little bitch. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't know the origins of them both being kind of like naughty kids, basically, right? And I just thought it was a really cute movie. Once you kind of like broke down the barriers and you're like, oh, like that's why they're acting that way. That's why, you know, whatever. But it was funny. I was like, at the beginning, I'm like, Lilo's kind of a bitch, dude. Like, what? We worked through that, okay? I promise I didn't keep going there. So those were my watches for the week, all really good. I watched quite a bit of like TV, you know, but also we were outside, we're at the pool, you know, whatever. So that's all I've really watched. It's a lot, but like a little, you know, I really do. There's quite a few shows that I actually want to watch on Netflix. There's a lot of really good new shows. One of them being called The Mask Girl. I did see that. It was like 3 different names, 3 different something, 3 different murders, 3 different names, like one girl. So it's like this weird like killer thing. I was like, I'm in. You know what I mean? Say the word killer and I'm there. So I'm back in my true crime era a little bit. Not necessarily true crime, but like I'm in my thriller era. I think it has to do with like being spooky and like, you know, it falls upon us and like it gets darker earlier and you just kind of want to be a little spooked. That's how I feel right now. Speaking of spooked, by the way, spooky merch is going to drop September 12th. We're going to have it all ready for you. We have a few new designs. We have a Brunch with DESB design as well for spooky time. And I had a really good feedback from quite a few of you. So thank you for doing that. But DM'd me after I said, spooky merch launching October 1st. And they're like, hey, I love my spooky merch, but I want to be able to wear it, and I was like, fuck you. Like, you're so right. Like, why would I want my spooky merch to get there October 15th for me to wear it half the month? I mean, you could be spooky all year, but you know what I'm saying. So I thought that was really great feedback. Thank you guys for that. So we're going to launch it a little bit earlier to where by the time you order, it takes 5 days, 7 days to get there, whatever it may be. For you, boom, you guys can wear it, rock it, tag us in pics so we can repost you, make some cute TikToks. I don't know. Whatever you choose to do. So other than that, yeah, that's kind of like all I have today. You know what I mean? I was just going to kind of shoot the shit with you guys to finish. I've actually been Wyatt and I have been tossing around the idea of doing a podcast together. So let me know what you guys think about that, because I think we're going to, at the end of the day, like, let's be honest, like, we're probably going to do it anyway. So I don't care what you think, but love feedback, but we've been tossing around the idea just because we both love talking and just a different place with a different purpose. Like, it wouldn't just be like a conversational podcast like what we do now. It'd be different. Like, there's a different idea behind what we would be doing like weekly for episodes, but I think it'd be fun. I love podcasting so much. Like, I don't know. It's quite literally weird because I just sit here by myself for, 45 minutes to an hour or whatever. And, yeah, it's weird that like you guys listen to me, like, I'm like, what am I doing? Half the time I'm like, what am I doing? But you guys are like just listening, and I can just picture you guys right now. You're driving in your car and you're kind of like looking outside, or maybe you're glazed over. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm driving, bro, I swear to God, I go tunnel vision. I don't see anything, which is so unsafe. But like when you're on an open highway with no one else or something, you kind of fall into the trance. So anyways, wake up is what I'm saying. Wake up, blink your eyes, look around, shake your body out. But I can just see you guys like listening to me, like doing whatever it may be. Like maybe you're nursing your baby, or like you're out on a walk or whatever. And you're like, she's a little more annoying this episode. Or just kidding. But in reality, it's just cool. I love podcasting so much. I think the podcast girlies are superior, podcast and YouTube. I think because I respect people. I don't mean this like I don't respect anyone, but like I respect people who take time to like watch YouTube videos or like watch podcasts. We don't always have the time to do that. So when you do make the time to add it into your day and like you guys support me in that way, it means like 10 times more than just like a like on my post, and I'm not saying those don't mean a lot to me, but I know how hard it is to make time out of your day to like listen to something or watch something. And so when I know that you guys do that, it means like even more to me, right? Because I'm like, I know you had to find time in your day to like catch up or like listen to an episode or whatever it may be. So I've just been in this kind of like place lately where, I mean, trust me, like 2 days ago, I had a mental breakdown. Like I was literally crying, bawling, hysterically, ugly, crying. So just know, baddies cry too. Okay, it's okay. But I was just having this really terrible, like mental, like just a little mentee bee, because I was just like, who am I? What am I meant to do? And I just, when you're like in a spot, you just feel like you're in such a transitional era. And like, that's where I feel like I am right now. Like I like love fitness. Fitness will never go anywhere, but it's just like not all that I want to post. But then again, it's like, but that's what I do. But then I'm like, but like, I love being just funny, but then I want to post my podcast. But, I'm like, at the end of the day, and this is when I came out of my mentee bee, I was like, my people like love just being a part of my journey. And I think that's where I kind of, again, came out of the mental breakdown of like, I am so grateful to have all of these people who just love listening to me for me. Like, I don't have to always be teaching you something. I don't always have to be talking about postpartum core exercises. I don't always have to be showing a video demo. I don't always, I just get to be me. I get to be annoying, and I get to make jokes, and I get to be funny, and I get to say things off the cusp that's fucking hilarious. Like, also, is it off the cuff? Is it off the cusp or the cuff? That's embarrassing. Regardless. I just kind of like snapped in this idea of, it's like, I don't have to be anything. And I think like a lot of us could be in that same place right now of, it doesn't have to be like, exactly like me, but it's the idea that it's like, we can be just us, you know, like that is our superpower. Like your superpower is that there is no one like you. And it sounds so stupid, right? You hear people say, you are your only you, you're the best you. And you're like, shut the fuck up. But like, really, when you kind of sit and like, think about that, there truly is no one like you, to where when I start thinking, you know, maybe I see someone's TikTok and I'm like, fuck, I wish I could post stuff like that, because like maybe people would like me more, not like me more, but like, you know, maybe I could help more people if I posted that or whatever. And I'm like, but that's not me, you know, like I don't want to compromise what's fun for me just for the affirmation of someone liking a post or commenting on a post or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like whatever you put into the world, whether this is like the way you parent or the way that you show up at your work or whatever it may be, like it's just all about, it's just you. No one is you. Like, I'm sure a lot of people come across the stuff that you do in your life and they're like, fuck, I wish I could be like Sarah. She's like a super mom and she gets all of her stuff done and blah, blah, blah. But then I'm sure you come across other people and you're like, man, I wish I could be like Carrie. She has got the best hair always and she always looks so put together. You know, it goes on and on. Like, it's truly a domino of like, I wish I was this person. I wish I was this person. When are we going to figure out how to just be so proud of being us? Right? Like, it sounds so easy, right? Like, why would you not be proud of you? Like, why would you not have pride in who you are? Because there is no one else like you. And you know that there's other people who wish they were you, but you wish you were someone else, and then they wish they were someone else. And like, even all of us, we're like sitting here, we're like, probably not all of us, just me. I would do anything to be Hailey Bieber, right? When in reality, I know for a fact there's no way Hailey Bieber doesn't sit there sometimes and go, oh, I wish I was more like Kendall Jenner. Like, I wish I was more like Justine Skye, or, you know what I mean? Like, we're human. We all have these thoughts of like, oh, I wish I was this. So it's like the grass is just always greener. And so, but here's where it also comes in, is like the grass is greener where you water it. So water yourself more, right? Stop watering these other people, meaning putting all of, you know, your thoughts into wishing that you were them. Put the water where the fuck you are, or else how are you going to expect to grow when you're too worried about these other bitches, right? Like, you have to worry about you. And when you start putting that good energy into you and you start believing in yourself, you start having that pride in yourself, you start having that confidence in yourself, it's so undeniable. And that's when other people are like, you know what? I want to see what the fuck she's up to today, because she's got them good vibes. She's got the, you know, she's got the smile all the time, you know, all the time, right? Like, we can be fucking furrow. We're going to have bad days, you know, whatever. But overall, like, the more that you exude that confidence and just being so proud in your purpose and of you, the more other people want to tag along. Because as much as we might be like, well, I'm hiding it really well. Vibes do not lie. Like, especially for me, bitch, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Like, if I'm pissed, you know it. If I'm struggling, you'll probably know it. It's very hard for me to hide things. Like, my vibes give off. You know how I'm vibing. Like, right now, you're probably listening to me, even this whole episode, and you're like, you know what? She seems like she's doing good lately. Like, it rings in my vibe. It really does. Therefore, when you're not taking care of yourself like that, your vibe's going to be off. Other people are going to tell. They're not going to want to hang out with you. They're not going to want to be around you, because it's exhausting to be around people that aren't full of good vibes, aren't proud of themselves, are constantly taking themselves apart, etc. It's like you're constantly affirming these people. Oh, but Carrie, you're so great. Like, why are you talking about yourself like that? Like, you're so cool. Like, it's exhausting hyping people up all the time when they're almost fishing for it, right? You go into a group, you sit down at dinner, right? And your first friend immediately is like, yeah, well, work sucks for me. Hope everyone else's job is doing well. You know, and then you sit down at that table, you immediately have to go, oh no, like, you're so good at what you do. Like, it's exhausting, right? Stop. I saw this recently too. Stop hanging around also like with people that complain, dude. Complainers bring your fucking vibe down, bro. Like, you'll fall right back into the cycle of complaining along with them. And then all of a sudden you leave whatever whatever conversation or table you were at, whether it's on a phone, a text message, in person, whatever, you leave with a drained battery because you're just sulking in the shitty things that might be happening in your life. I'm not saying you're immune to shitty things when you're positive from the inside out and when you're caring about yourself. But when you take care of you first, you can also be not just your best self, your best confidence, your best everything, but you can also be better for those people around you. So don't think of it as a selfish act of like, oh, I really got to dig deep inside and like take care of me. No, dude, if you don't take care of you, you're going to be a piece of shit person to everyone else around you. That includes your boss, your partner, your kids, your friends, your fucking brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your grandma, doesn't matter who. If you are not taking care of, you're not watering yourself, you're fucked. You know what I mean? And I, like literally when I had that mental break the other week, I was like, dude, I need to take better care of myself. Like I need this week off, whatever. So I took my week off of work. I really did take away from my phone. You guys might be like, Des, shut up, bitch. You were posting but I was posting on my own account. Not really like in pun. I mean like more of my own pull. Like if I wanted to just share something, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to share it. I wasn't posting in the expectation to do it, right? So it just felt really organic. It felt good. Like it was just like, fuck it. Like I want to post this. I want to whatever. So with that being said, that's where I just dug deep into myself. I'm like, the minute I keep, it's one thing to be inspired. Oh, I really love what this person's doing. I would love to create content like that. Or I really love this or whatever. That's fine. But the minute you try to replicate that, you take away from your personal superpower. Your superpower is that you're just you, whatever that may look like. Whatever this other person is doing and like they're doing well doing it, whatever they're doing, period, that's what they're meant to do. Like we're all truly on different journeys for different reasons. And I'll say this till the day I die and I'll end with this. Whatever you love right now, whatever you're emulating, whatever you want to replicate, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish it would, whatever it may be. If I had this, I would be happy. If I had this, I would be happy. Had this, I'd be happy. If you had that, would you be ready for it? And also, would it really make you happy? You know what I mean? Like, whatever it may be, would it really change anything? Like, would you be good? Think about it, right? Like, and just be present in where you are. I've seen so much shit on the news lately. I've seen so much just like sadness and accidents and passings and all these things. And it just like hit me so hard, like looking at my kids, when I put them to bed at night, or even myself, looking at myself in the mirror and getting in bed. And, I have a body that moves and I have legs and I have a healthy body and my kids are healthy. They might have a diaper rash, but like my kids are good. Like I'm healthy. I'm able to go to bed tonight, right? Like I made it to my bed. I made it to safety, so to speak, right? I wake up in the morning, I'm able to take that breath. Like what a fucking blessing. I don't care what season of life you're in. That's a fucking blessing, dude. Everything else can be trampled around you, but like you just even being able to live and feel the emotions of just even a shitty season of life, bitch. I will take life in a shitty season. I will take being alive over anything. You know what I mean? Like we will make it through. We will persevere. We will continue to show up. But you can't do that if you're not on this earth. You can't do that if you're not always in good health. So if that's you today and you're in good health and we're walking around, I don't give a fuck what season you're in. Be grateful that you can live through that season. You know what I mean? There's so many people that can't. There's so many people whose lives are robbed from them so young. Every day is so special to be able to live and to see your kids grow and be able to grow with them. Like, it gets me emotional thinking about it because it can just be taken at any moment. And it's so easy to I'm getting choked up. It's so easy to get caught in the redundancy of every day, this might be hard, whatever. But I'd rather be here through the hard, like some people don't get to. And I'm sorry. I've just seen so many young people lose their lives recently. I'm like, it could be us, Sorry, it just gets so real when you see it hit people that like you kind of see yourself in, you know, like their kid's the same age as mine and he's gone, or, you know, found out he had cancer, or like whatever. And it's just so real. Like we cannot live in a facade that nothing bad can happen to us. But like, I feel like we all go through the motions daily, and just, it's so easy with how quick the world turns and how fast society is and how we have to just go, that we forget that like one day, like we won't be going, and we don't know when that day is. And I've just really like come to this emotional place of like, I just want to live every day like it's my last, you know. That's not like in a negative way. It's just like I so badly just want to be so much more present, you know, because like I've always been someone to be like, what's next? What do I need to do? What's next? What's next? And like I just want to truly live in the what's now, you know. And sorry, I just got so emotional over that. It's just, it's such a real thing for us all. We get so scooped up in like, what's tomorrow? What's on the schedule? What's next week? It's like, what's today? Like, what can we be grateful about today? I want to just remember every time I put my kids to bed, like, I want to like look at their face and like remember them young, you know? God, I'm just emotional. It's sad. It's such a weird transitional time of being in like your late 20s, in your 20s in general. But dude, I would argue your late 20s are fucking weird, especially if you have a family, you know, at this time. And it's like, fuck, like some of my friends aren't there yet, but like I'm there and like I feel alone, and like it's just tough. And sorry, I just got emotional. I think I just had like these pent up thoughts like all week, and just the sadness for so many families who have like just gone through a lot, you know. And it's just like such a reminder of like, look at all we have. Like even you listening, like you might be in a car, like you have a car. You might be in a home, you have a home, you have a shelter. You might be playing with your kids, you have healthy kids. Like just living in those grateful thoughts more often, and really, really, truly practicing gratitude is something I've really been working at, obviously. So anyways, sorry, I said like 10 minutes ago, like this is my last thing I'm going to say. And then I ended up crying for 8 minutes, but I'm good now. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't like me crying because like I'm sad. It's just like I'm empathetic for like the emotions of others. And also like, you know, yeah, it does hit hard. You know, you're like, fuck, this could be taken away in a day. So yeah, that was what an awkward way to end. You know, I haven't cried in a while, so it was probably about time that we had that type of talk, but I was not expecting it. I just probably put a trigger warning at the beginning of, you know, warning, crying at the end, you know, whatever. But if you stuck around this far, thanks so much. Thanks for supporting me. We're officially, I know I said this a few weeks ago, but I was actually wrong. We're officially making money on YouTube now. I think right now I've made $1.50. Woo! So make sure that you guys share this podcast, rate, review, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear next. Talk shit to me in my DMs. You know, feel free. I'm a Disney addict now. I just really huffed that Disney potion. But I love you guys. Happy Sunday. Keep your head up. Hope this wasn't too damaging to you guys this week, but I think it was a good message that we all just need to be reminded of a lot. And, you know, hopefully you got that reminder today and really went through your thick fucking skull. So I love you guys. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next Sunday.